As we saw in X-Men 97, Daredevil and many more made cameos in the finale, but I'm here to talk specifically about the Devil of Hell's Kitchen and why he should get an animated show just like X-Men 97. This isn't the first time we've seen an animated Daredevil. He was also in Spider-Man 1994, teaming up with Spider-Man to stop Fisk. He also appeared in a couple of other 90s shows that were connected. With Daredevil, Born Again getting tons of hype, why wouldn't Marvel hop on the Daredevil train and get an animated series going? The character has a rich history and a strong fan base, making him a perfect candidate for an animated series that could explore his complex stories and darker themes while still incorporating the action and drama fans love. An animated series could also allow for more creative freedom in adapting various story arcs from the comics, providing a fresh and engaging take on the character. In terms of tone and structure, I think taking inspiration from the Spectacular Spider-Man and the Invincible shows would be great. You'd be able to adapt arcs from the comics in a unique way, whilst also being able to balance the fun comic book stuff with the more gritty stuff. For season 1, I thought it'd be fun to adapt some stuff from the Stan Lee era, plus the flashbacks in Daredevil Yellow. Not an exact origin story, but show that Matt is new to this and also be allowed to have a fun entrance with villains like the Owl, Stiltman, Purple Man, Mr. Fear, and Gladiator. Having it just be a relatively fun season that follows Matt, Foggy, and Karen in the beginning of their careers with some dark moments would be great before it gets even darker after Wilson Fisk shows up. Season 2 would adapt mainly the Frank Miller run, introducing Fisk as a Daredevil villain and the other characters he introduced too, such as Elektra, the Hand, and Stick. You could have the Hand and the Elektra plotline be one that's in the background as you slowly build the rivalry between Fisk and DDE, as well as building more on Bullseye and his insanity, which leads into the death of Elektra. I've figured Season 3 could adapt both Born Again and Guardian Devil. I feel like they're both great stories that are perfect together with their religious themes and how they both try and break DD and Matt. I don't know if Mysterio would be used as the main villain, as he is more of a Spider-Man foe, and there wouldn't be Alvi history of the two, so I feel like the original Mr. Fear would be a fitting replacement. After this, the show could either go two ways. You could double down on the darker stuff for more seasons by adapting elements from the Bendis and Brubaker runs, or going straight into the Mark Waid stuff by ending the series on a lighter note for the character, as he attempts to try and move on from his trauma and depression and finally find true happiness. You'd be able to have fun throwbacks to the first season, and I think it'd feel really rewarding to end the series on a lighter note after everything he's been through. Of course, the stories adapted won't be one-to-one, and there'd be plenty of changes to keep it fresh, similarly to how Spectacular Spider-Man did it, but the core stories and elements would be there to keep it as faithful as possible to the character. I do hope a Daredevil animated series is made, as I think he'd be perfect in that form.